This is the Volkswagen Taos, and this is the Volkswagen Tiguan. This one starts about $26,000, and this one starts about $30,000, although this is the SE Black Edition, which is about $35,000, and this is the SE Regular Edition, which is about $38,000. Which one should you buy? What are the differences, and what makes one more expensive than the other? First off is the key. We'll start with the Taos. As you can see, this key is more traditionally Volkswagen. You have your remote start here, you push that twice, you have your lock, unlock, tailgate button. Right at the top is your key if your battery ever dies, And how to remote start this is simple. You push lock, make sure that's locked, it'll light up saying that it is. Then you double click, and there you go. Now you can see the Tiguan is slightly different. It actually gets Volkswagen's new updated key that has a more luxurious quality to it. As you can see, the surface is quite a bit more premium and glossy, while the buttons aren't as indented or as buttony as the Taos. Now this does still have similar controls, the lock, unlock, trunk, and the remote start, and it will function much in the similar way. Push lock, the car will lock. You push double tap on that remote start, it will remote start for you. Then if you just want to turn it off, you just hit it again and the car is off. Simple, easy peasy. Now around the back's a bit of a different story. As you can see with the Taos, this is actually going to just be a manual liftgate with this sort of hatchback style lifter upper, whereas the Tiguan is quite a bit bigger. As you can see, they're parked very similar up front, but you have a couple of feet at the back plus a power liftgate. So you're going to get a little bit more trunk space with the Tiguan, although since this is a hatchback, you can put these seats back, you'll still get some good trunk space, and you still get some decent height in here. Although, again, we have more things here than in there. We have some tethers here. Of course, both you'll be able to lift up. 12-volt charger here, tethers at the bottom, the seat releasers right there. However, if we take a closer look at the trunk of the Taos, there really isn't that many features back here. You don't really need them, to be honest, but if you do want a 12-volt charger, for example, nothing back here. You have a couple of tethers if you need them, plastic back here, again, right here, fuse right here. There's no actual release for this row. It's gonna be in the back seat. So this is the Tiguan cockpit. It's very luxurious, simple, and elegant. This is something Volkswagen is focusing on with their new models. They want to keep things very simple, very streamlined. Not a lot of buttons in here. Push button start in the Tiguan right down here, much like the Taos, as you'll see. In this cockpit, you have pretty stunning leather, actually. You have this beautiful leather with two-tone appeal. The black and the white looks so simple and clean. You have the beautiful dashboard with the leather trim all around. Handles are very similar to the Taos, as you will see. You have a panoramic sunroof in here, and almost everything, and I mean nearly everything, takes place on the infotainment screen. But let's take a look at the Taos cockpit. As you can see in the Taos cockpit, things are a bit more stripped down. So where the Tiguan wants to be minimalist, the Taos is kind of okay, taking a few years back to the more maximalist approach of car manufacturing. You still have a good, big, heads-up infotainment screen right here that is touchscreen, as you can see. You have your climate control down here, which you can manipulate manually, unlike the Tiguan. Your gear selector down here, and these cloth leather trim seats, which actually feel quite nice. It's like a suede material. Steering wheel's largely the same. The cockpit, again, is so much more stripped back. It feels like a car that may be a few years older in terms of car design than the Tiguan. So if you want a cabin that is streamlined, elegant, and mainly controlled through a gigantic screen in the middle of your dash, Tiguan is the cabin for you. But if you like a simpler, more button-friendly cabin, the Taos SE Black is for you. Now, a lot of the settings and features of these two cars are going to remain largely the same. So it really is up to you to decide whether you want something very stripped back with very minimal buttons that you can use a touchscreen for everything. Or if you want something a little bit more traditional, a little bit more streamlined, stripped back, basic, budget-friendly, like the Taos. Those are the big differences, although when you climb up in packages or go down in packages, you're going to get a significant differences. The Taos, again, starting at around $26,000, is going to be very budget friendly, very stripped back. So if you want something simple, again, the Taos. Even at its lowest point, the Tiguan is still going to be that streamlined, elegant cabin. It's up to you.